Are you a narco TV drama fan? Are you looking for something perhaps a little more shocking? Well, I suggest you to go watch the new Amazon Prime TV shows 000. As the name suggests, the show is about the real struggle around this large shipment of cocaine that originates from Monterrey, Mexico, then travel from a cargo ship to New Orleans, USA, to Calabria, Italy, the final destination. The meat of the show is about the various development around the three separate crime families that are from the three locations respectively. The buyer of the large shipment is the narco traffic community historically controlled by Don Minu and his extended family. However, time has been tough that many of the different families in this community are plotting to overthrow Don Minu from his control of the organization. To help put this potential conflict to rest through the most peaceful way possible, Don Minu emerges from his mountain hiding place and orders a large shipment of cocaine from the Layas cartel in Mexico. He promises to evenly spread the shipment across the different families with a relatively low initial upfront cost. You know how it is, shit always go down in the narco world, and typically because of greed and lasting family hatred. In this particular family, we learn that Stefano, Don Minu's grandson, and his buddy from the Cortigas family plotted a hate-filled attempt to stop this shipment from reaching the Calabria shore and hence significantly weakens Don Minu's hand that could lead to his demise. We learned halfway through the season that the hatred of Stefano towards his grandpa is misguided, and Don Minu actually spared him and his mother's life even after being provoked by his father and other accomplices. Luckily, Stefano realized his mistake during a rather unpleasant confrontation with Don Minu and his bodyguards that was followed by his close buddy friend from the Cortigas family got burned alive in a beat-up car. Too bad, however, the Cortigas family then kidnapped Stefano's wife and son and forced him to either stop the shipment from reaching the shore or kill his grandpa himself. As you can imagine, this didn't end well and resulted in Stefano's eventual demise in the hand of his grandfather. He did show remorse to his wrongdoings in the end, as he knew very well that Don Minu only gave him one chance for screw-ups. The story then ended with Don Minu's bodyguard killed the kidnappers from the Cortigas family and rescued Stefano's wife and kid. It's interesting to note that Don Minu wanted to spare Stefano's life because after all he was compelled to do all this because the kidnappers had his wife and kid. And because of the demand from the Linwood sister, Emma, he really had no choice if he wants to get his shipment back. Luckily, the grandson of the family survived, and he seemed very pleased at the end. Looking down at the little kid, I have to say I'm really intrigued by the storylines in this Italian family. But as the ending has suggested, we probably won't be seeing this family return for season 2, as the storyline will ship to Russia in the next season. This naturally transitions to the Linwood's family. The Linwood's family owns a large cargo shipping businesses that ships cargoes around the world. However, it is because their special relationship with various crime family to transit drugs that have earned them the most money. The head of the family is Edward. He's the guy that laid the groundwork for the family business. and establish all the connections in the various ports around the globe, like Casablanca. Edward is assisted by his daughter, Emma, in running the family business. However, he worries the most for his son Chris, who has some neurological degenerative disorder. Edward unfortunately passed away from a gunshot induced heart condition during a meeting with the Reyes cartel down in Monterrey, Mexico. It was an accidental shot that was meant for the Reyes brother. This sudden event has left the organization in Emma and Chris's hands with no transition or preparation of any kind. However, their most pressing issue is to ensure the safe transit of the large shipment of cocaine from reaching the Calabria, Italy port. This effort, however, is complicated by the family struggle from Daminu's extended narco family. Stefano and several people from the Critigas family are doing everything they can to sabotage this shipment. This effort includes corrupt Franco, the head pilot of the ship, to abandon the cargo ship that resulted in Chris getting stranded at the port of Senegal, Africa. Chris was lucky enough to have gotten off the ship alive given the circumstance. Unfortunately, they met some problem getting the cargo to be released from the Senegal port custom, and it didn't seem like it could be resolved through a normal channel. Chris, however, was able to find some big shot from the Senegal underworld, who he met randomly on the street, looking for treatment for his medical condition. The Linwoods were finally able to get the shipment out of the Senegal customs hand, but not without paying a handsome price, a cut of several kilos of the cocaine in the cargo. The two didn't realize more trouble was waiting for them as they traveled across the Africa plain, traversing through the dangerous jihadist region. Chaos ensued, but somehow they got out without losing their life and reached Casablanca, the city where Emma has close contact on the ground. But guess what? This is not the end of the problem that they are going to face. As mentioned previously, Stefano, forced by the Critigas family, are back again trying to stop the shipping, which are very close to the Italian shore at this point. This struggle, however, resulted in the death of Chris in the hands of Stefano. Angered by the devastating loss of his brother, Emma followed the route of the ship and went in person to meet Don Menu to seek revenge for Chris. It is kind of interesting that she just kind of know that it is Stefano who has beat Chris to death. You know, it could have been other henchmen from the Critigas family who has done it. However, the show never told us. In the end, Emma got what she was looking for from Don Menu. She was seen returning to Mexico to finalize this transaction, not knowing her contact, the Reyes brother, has also had a tough luck down there in Mexico and are in fact dead at that moment. Emma, however, is seen unusually calm, I guess probably from already having been through so much, during this crazy journey of escorting the shipment. Manuel, the new cartel leader, agreed to supply 2,000 kilos of cocaine for her ship to another client in Russia set for the next season. I have to say that Emma was great and definitely the star of the show. It's interesting to see how much she has grown from someone who was unsure to carry on the family's business in the beginning to this stone cold boss figure in the end. Finally, and perhaps the most interesting story from this show is from this group of Mexican Special Force soldiers who are from the Monterrey area. Who doesn't like blood-boiling brotherhood story from the military, right? This group of Special Force, though, was led by the Captain Manuel, who are a mole working for the Leyes cartel, passing on information from the various army raids. I have been a narco TV show fan for a while, and want to point out something that you probably haven't heard from anywhere. I do believe this is a show that Amazon has developed to compete with the Narcos series from Netflix. Narcos Colombia and Narcos Mexico seasons. Amazon, however, in my opinion, has caught on with something really special here. I believe the storyline is inspired by the Los Zetas cartel storyline from the state of Tamaulipas, Mexico. It's based on real events. Now, this is all public information that you can find easily in Wikipedia. The Zetas cartel was originally founded by the Gulf cartel leader to provide protection for their drug business, to fend off competition from other rival cartels from other parts of Mexico. The Zeta cartels are originally a handful of soldiers defected from the Mexican military, just like Manuel and his crew. The standouts of the Zeta storyline in real life are two famous figures. They are Zeta 1 and Zeta 3, as shown in the picture. Now, you can go Google their information, and they were the original founders of the organization. I don't know, however, who Manuel would be equivalent to, for the, Zeta 1 and Zeta 3 founders. It could be either Z1 or Z3. But I personally believe it's probably Zeta 3 because Zeta 1 had a relatively short life in the cartel, having passed away from a confrontation with the Mexican military in real life. The Zetas are known to have used social media to spread fears among their enemies as seen in the TV show. And they helped the Gulf cartel to get into retail drug business in various states of Mexico, using military tactics to drive out the small-time local drug lords, as shown, very much the same way as shown in this TV show. Rumor was the Zetas were the ones first adopted military tactics in the drug business, but it had left a profound impact on even how drug cartel operate to date. Another thing that stood out from the Zetas cartel is that they recruit young people in the neighborhoods and train them to be hitmen to fight for territories. And this is also seen in the TV show. Because of the loss of one of their close fellow members during a business transaction gone wrong with the Leyes cartel, Manuel and his crew turned on the Leyes cartel. This may have been a trigger point that have been boiled for a while because the Leyes cartel leaders don't respect Manuel and his crew. As you know, they are soldiers, so they don't necessarily fit in with the rest of the cartel leadership. But also some members from the Manuel's crew are getting restless to grab more power as their strength grow day by day. I'm talking about the guy who was standing next to Manuel in this final shot during the meeting with Emma. I think we may want to watch out for this guy in the coming season and see what he will do. My prediction is Manuel is probably going to die in the next season, if we simply examine what has happened with the Zeta's drug cartel in real life over the years, as their leadership has changed hands for various reasons. Now, I hope you enjoyed this discussion video. Please like and subscribe to support the video. Cheers. Thank you.